it started, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. You know what I'm saying? That way you get it as soon as I give it. You don't want to miss none of this dope content. And I appreciate everybody for watching, man. I appreciate you, man. Subs going up, views, they roller coaster. The views be roller coasting, you know what I'm talking about? But they consistent though, you know what I'm saying? They up, they down, depending on, the algorithm or just, hashtags, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I ain't quite just figured it all out, but I can tell I'm getting more consistent viewers. So I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody watching. Whether you watch the live or whether you drop go to YouTube and get the video when I drop it, I appreciate you. You know what I'm talking about? This is Show Speaks 68. Show Speaks 68. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to lose track of the numbers, but when I edit, I know I put the numbers, so I be remembering, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, you know what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying, how y'all doing? I hope everybody alright, you know what I'm saying. I know y'all see the titles. I know y'all see the captions and shit, you know what I'm saying. So we finna get right into it, you know what I'm talking about. First things first, man. First order of business. Alright, why you single? 2025. That seemed to be one of the most talked about topics, talked about like issues, you know what I'm saying? Dating, advice, game, men, women, them hot topics in the media space that I'm in, you know what I'm saying? Them hot topics. You can always get viewers talking about that. I don't think that'll ever go out of style. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own perspectives on this and that. Everybody got a way of thinking when it comes to this or that. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this dating shit, the dating pool, you know what I'm saying, as they call it. Shit gets serious. You can drown out there, you can get sick out there, what can happen in the pool, man? Shit. Yeah, all type of shit can happen in that pool, man, that dating pool. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all the, once again, I did this last week, but shout out to all the happy couples out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the relationships, that's thriving, that's maintaining. Whether you're in the honeymoon phase or whether you getting through it, making it work, or whether you at the finish line, y'all done been there, done that, y'all older now, whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, black love, white love, Asian, whatever culture you is, love is love. So, shout out to that. Let me go and get that out the way first. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, so why is you single though? Why is you single, my nigga? Why is you single? Baby girl, young lady, older lady, bad bitch, city girl, respectable woman, whatever title y'all choose to put on it. Why are you single? You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, well, this ain't about me. But I throw in something. Me personally, I think that depends on the person, the individual. Only that individual can answer that. You know what I'm saying? If they keep it real with themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. This one thing I would say. My answer, as to why people might be single. But this, this is my personal reason. I'm gonna get into why I think men single and why I think women single. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all a few reasons, but just a conclusion, just a motherfucking, a brief answer. If I had to give a, gun to my head, people just don't keep it real with themselves. If people keep it real with themselves and who they fucking with, but I'm gonna say keep it real with yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100 with yourself first. That'll go a long way. But, that's my answer, man. People don't keep it real with themselves, therefore they don't keep it real with their partner. You know what I'm saying? And maybe shit just don't work. You know what I'm saying? Because, being single is, it's a, everything got a cause and effect. Everything got a cause and an effect. And I think people being single in 2025, that's like an effect to a cause that's been happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into them though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into them. And, yeah, for the most part, because, people want, I think people genuinely in their heart, they want, in their minds too, actions as well. Some people walking it. Some people being what they want. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want a loving person or a kind person or just a real person, then that's what you gotta be. You want a loving person, you gotta be loving. You want a caring person, you gotta be caring. You want a strong stand-on business, stand-up person, then you gotta be a strong stand-on business, stand-up person. You know what I'm saying? So it's people out there, man. They getting their mind right. They trying at least. Putting in a little work. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand why shit just don't be working. Or, I can kind of understand why people be single. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? I can understand. Alright, so I'm gonna start with the men. I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why men single. I think. Cause this is I ain't never seen this many single people ever in my life. And I got a lot of life experience, you know what I'm saying? 39. So relationship like I bet if it was some type of statistics out there, I'm willing to bet, back in the day or just years before, the percentage is lower than what it was in the past. I can guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? I see and know a lot more single people than I used to know and see. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why I think men single. You know what I'm saying? And ladies listen, men listen. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me where I fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me where I was right at. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is not. I can't say these are concrete facts. I can guarantee you these things go on between men and women that I'm gonna speak on, guaranteed. But I can't. That's something. This is on an individual by individual basis, as far as something like this being single type shit. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about that, so ain't nothing. I ain't saying this just cold cut facts. This is my opinion, But I know this shit go on. Yeah, this shit go on. Might not be everybody's reason. Might not be every man's reason. But I know men are going through this and doing this. So, let's go and get into that. Alright, one reason. One reason right here. And it ain't no top 3 or no shit. You know, just 3 reasons. Alright, one. I'ma say it's just too easy for us nowadays. When it's this easy to get women or a woman, at least one, shit, it make it hard. It make it hard. It make it hard for a nigga to be like, I want to get in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? When it's so easy to access women. Yeah, like it is so easy to access women in 2025 due to social media. You know, I me personally, every time I go on Instagram, I see some of the most beautiful women I done ever seen in my life. Oh my God. And they half naked. It ain't just a face. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just a shape. You actually get to see it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that shit's supposed to be like that. I don't think we was programmed and designed to like maneuver through these distractions. It can be done. It is and has been done. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's people in happy relationships right now. It's people that's married right now. You know, it's people that's together right now. It's people that's, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, on the way to, you know, the end of the road. You know what I'm talking about? The finish line. So we know it can be done, and it has been done, but I don't think we weren't supposed to see all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I can talk to her. Hit this button. It's gonna go to a inbox, a DM, you know. And I can say what the fuck I want to say, and she gonna get it. It's gonna go right to her. Bing. She'll get a notification. It don't supposed to be like that. It don't supposed to be that easy. It don't supposed to be that easy. Nigga don't gotta leave the crib. Like back in the day, what I'm used to. Like you had to step. You had to you had to go outside. You had to be somewhere. You had to go do shit. You know what I'm saying? To really, you know, have your thing going on. You know what I'm talking about? Like it wasn't no, you know, it wasn't sitting at the crib getting on the phone and I can talk about whoever I want. You know what I'm saying? I can sit at home all day and just shoot shots. And I can switch them or I can miss them. Who cares? It's all, you know, it's all a plus. But, and there's no loss. So, you know, that just changed everything, man. You had to go outside, you had to step, you had to have some little confidence, you had to have, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to get introduced, you had to go and be around, like you really had to, you had to like really do something to get something. Now you can do nothing and get something. Yeah, man. So one of the things I feel like there's just too much. You know, as far as men, you know, I'm a man, so you know, we you know what I'm saying? It's just too easy. It's too easy. The women easy. You know what I'm saying? You know, it really ain't no preferences or standards. You know, from the lower class to the higher class getting chose, the lowest of the low getting chose, highest of the high getting chose, everything in between. So, shit, it's way more women than men anyway. So, you know, we kind of got an advantage on the women. You know what I'm saying? Not all men can just work magic like that. It's men that, you know, might be deprived. But not like it used to be. Not like it used to be, but in the grand scheme of things, man, you know, the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poor. So, if you know, you know. But that's one. Alright, two reasons why men are single in 2025, or so many or more. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, I'm gonna say I hear too much of this down low shit. I hear too much of this quote unquote gay shit. Or this nigga this, or this nigga. I hear too much of this down low shit, man. I hear too much of this getting your ass ate, getting your butt played with, and I hear too much of that. I hear too much about rumors about this nigga, that nigga. Man, I'm talking about regular niggas, street niggas, rap niggas, church niggas, go to work niggas. I'm hearing too much, so I'm gonna say a nice reason of why, you know, the men single is because there's a lot of this down low shit going on. I'm hearing too much about it. Like, you know, I'm hearing names that I know. I'm hearing names that I don't know. You see the shit people put on social media. People get exposed. So, man, I don't know. So, but the fact, we see shit on TV, on social media, you know, on the internet. I'm gonna say internet. I ain't gonna say social media. On the internet, we know it's a certain lifestyle or culture going on, you know. So, just trying not to fight with reality, you know. I'm gonna say that's a reason number two why niggas single, cause it's a lot of this down low shit, or like nigga like down low activity type shit. And if a woman know that, she probably fuck with you, but she probably ain't gonna fuck with you. I don't know, but I'm gonna say that's reason number two. You know what I'm talking about? And that can be the same for women. That can be the same for women. A lot of women, you know, are, you know, they are gay as well. So, that's a dynamic. Like I said, that's a effect from a cause. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's right in front of our face. You know, it's been pushed and pushed and pushed right in front of our face. So, that's just something you notice. All right, so. The third reason why I say, Chanel, what's up, love? What's up, love? Alright, the third reason why I say men single in 2025. Alright, so I talked about the lesser type of guys. This for the straight on point, you know, above average guys. You know what I'm saying? That your niggas with money, or just niggas on top of their game. They got a little something to spend. They got their business. They got their crib. They got their cars. They got money to I ain't gonna say blow, but they got money to play with. And a lot of niggas do got money to blow. Young nigga, old nigga, you know what I'm saying? Just niggas, period, in general, that's on the market. You know what I'm saying? If you one of the ones that's on top of your shit, you know what I'm saying? You got it to spend, you know what I'm talking about? You go to work, you got your hustle, you know what I'm saying? You might be still in the trap. You might got a career. You went to school or something, you know what I'm saying? You got your business. However you get it, you on top of your game, right? Alright, so for y'all niggas seem to think just cause you on top of your game, a bitch gonna fuck with you. Nah. That is not the case in 2025. Back in the day, it used to be. If you had bread or if you had your own crib and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like you was him. That's not the case in 2025. A bitch don't give a fuck what you got. She wants something. Don't get it twisted. She wants something and she'll do something for it. But it ain't gonna be the main reason she there. You know what I'm talking about? Not in 2025. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know, I say just recently or just like in these days of time. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yo man, they don't really give a fuck about what you got type shit. You know what I'm saying? If you got it, they want it. They don't mind getting something. You know what I'm saying? They'll play their role, they'll do what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But she don't give a fuck. She'll go fuck with that broke ass nigga. She'll go fuck with that nigga with no car. She'll go fuck with that nigga that's just got out of jail. Or you know, in and out of jail. She'll fuck with the nigga that don't like to work or hustle or always blowing his money or just whatever. Just he ain't on point. She will fuck with a lesser nigga. And be happy, nigga. Fight for that nigga, all that shit, nigga. I'm telling you. Have his baby, all that shit. And she'll say, fuck you. Real talk. Not literally, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So, for my own point, above average niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how you feel. Cause majority of y'all the ones single. The niggas with like nothing going on, no motion, they the ones in relationships and shit. They the ones, you know, like they get mad play. Straight up, nigga. They got the babies. You know what I'm saying? They the ones got, you know, 6, 7, 10 kids, you know, 5, 4, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all your blessings. We ain't downplaying that, you know. Our kids, our children, you know what I'm saying, all seeds, you know, they blessings, goddammit. But, you know, we just speaking real, you know what I'm saying? We just speaking real right now. You know what I'm talking about? So don't think cause you got bread, nigga, she wants you, nigga. She might put on a roll to see your ass spend something. But nigga, she telling her homegirl you a lame or you this or you know, like don't think it's sweet. She will not fuck with you if it, you know what I'm saying, like that. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, that's for them. So I just gave you 3 reasons. I just gave you 3 reasons why, you know, men probably single. You know what I'm saying? In 2025. Alright, now it's time for the women. I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why I think why women single in 2025. You know what I'm talking about? Too much access. I'm gonna say too much access. You know what I'm saying? Too much access. Like I said, you can pick up your phone and see any nigga you was trying to fuck with. And that's just too much. I don't, you know, niggas ain't ready for that shit. Women ain't ready for that shit. That's too much. You can like you can pick up your phone and just see all type of guys. You can have access to these guys. You can, like that's too much. That's too much. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to go nowhere. You ain't have to fix yourself up. None of that. That's too much. That's too much. You know what I'm saying? That's a that's a good way to get yourself, caught up. And when I mean caught up, I ain't talking about like in some dating or relationship shit, cause you single, so you can't cheat on nobody. But what I am saying, you can get yourself caught up in the game. You know what I'm saying? You can get yourself caught up in the game. You know what I'm saying? You keep on having this access, and you ain't. And this for the women. Now I ain't talking about. I'm off the niggas. I'm talking about women now. You know what I'm talking about? So you can get yourself caught up like just in the game. Sit down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta sit down somewhere sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You can get caught up just, over 2 years you look up. Damn, I'm up 10 bodies. I'm up 8 bodies. I'm up such and such bodies. You gotta sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like sit down for a minute. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Y'all can't just stay single for years and years and years and shit. That's my opinion. My opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how you rack up bodies. Yeah. So I'm gonna say the access. The access is getting both of us. You know what I'm saying? It's distracting both of us. Period. So, boom, that's one. Alright. 2. And I ain't gonna name the obvious reasons, like, women got attitudes and they got mouths and they don't shut up or woo. Nah, we ain't talking about that. Any real nigga can work his way around that. If he choose to. Sometimes we don't choose to. But if we choose to, we can work around it. That don't mean it's good, but we can work around that. Some type of way, type shit. But like, I'm just naming what I see going on in the culture. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just naming what I see in the culture and what I see from women. Like I'ma say, y'all gotta quit being scared, man. Y'all gotta quit being scared, bro. Y'all just scared. A lot of women scared, man. Like you think a woman won't love and wanna be all that shit. Boy, stop. They do not. They scared of love. Y'all gotta stop being scared of love, ladies. That's y'all worst fucking fear. Is being in love. So that's the reason why y'all single. Y'all don't want to fall. Y'all don't want to go through the process. You want a shortcut. You want to, you want to just wait at the finish line. You don't even want to do the race. You just want to be at the finish line. Let the nigga race. Let the nigga race and race by itself. I meet you at the finish line, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nah, yeah, y'all gotta quit being scared, man. Y'all gotta quit being scared and go on fuck with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta quit being scared and go on fuck with a nigga. Hey, it ain't. Look at it like this. doing it your way ain't got no results. Your way is saying, you know what, I'm scared, so I ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't predict the future. You know what I'm saying? I can't make sure that this is gonna work out. Cause I can't predict the future. I gotta take this shit day by day. So y'all just don't even do it. Now y'all will fuck on a nigga y'all like, or a nigga with some money, or a nigga that you feel like you can work with, you know. Either or. Oh, them three different guys, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And they get treated differently, by the way. But what I'm saying is, y'all gotta really start fucking with niggas that y'all like. DJ Gunner Hendrix, what's up, fool? Appreciate you watching. Yeah, y'all gotta start watching. Y'all gotta start fucking with niggas that you actually like, man. That actually get that pussy wet. And that's the only way, like, I ain't seen it no other way. Ladies, I know y'all want the nigga to like you more than you like him. But the shit don't work like that. When a nigga like you more than you like him, this shit don't be working. Y'all leave the nigga. Eventually y'all stop fucking with the nigga at some point. But the nigga that you like, you run from that nigga. You don't even fuck with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He probably don't even know. You don't want to get too deep with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But I understand it because I live and I done had certain experiences. So yeah, they scared of love, man. They don't want to fuck with a nigga that they like, or you know, deem to be of her standards. You know, they will gladly, you know, go to the clearance or like go to the thrift store and get something versus going to the mall, going to Saks, or yeah, they'll go to City Trends and get something and be happy with it and fuck with it. But eventually that shit just die. You know what I'm saying? They know when they like a nigga more than the nigga like her, that, you know, they be stupid, they be all in love, but that shit be in y'all head, man. That's cause y'all do them niggas like that. So it really ain't nothing but a reflection, a projection. Like, y'all know how y'all do when y'all get with a man that like y'all way more than you like him. Y'all know how y'all do him. So y'all automatically feel like, oh, if I get with a guy that I really like, and I really like him, he gonna do me like that. Mom, don't necessarily mean it. Don't necessarily mean that. But that's two though. That's two. The last reason why I feel like women single in 2025. In 2025, why they single, man? 2025, shit, cause y'all motherfucking wanna be. I think women single cause they wanna be. Yep. That's the third reason. Cause they wanna be. You know what I'm saying? Cause they wanna be. You know, flat out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no rocket science shit. It ain't no this ain't no genius level, you know, shit. Man, that shit cut, dry, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to be. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen a woman want something and not get it. Swear to God, I ain't never in my life. Man, the universe do not play by women, man. Never in my life seen a woman want something and not get it. Well, y'all women be achieving all type of shit. Real talk, y'all be achieving all type of shit. You can't get a nigga. You don't want one. You don't want one. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know, you know what I'm saying, where I was right, where I was wrong, whatever, whatever. Alright, Cardi B. Cardi motherfucking B, man. Alright, she got that new single, man. She got the new single, Cardi B, she got the new single, Imaginary Players. Alright. I looked at the video, man. They had to spend about ain't no telling. They spent some millions on the video. The video look good. All outfits look good. I'm talking about to the T. Like, it's almost like the song is really a visual. You know what I'm saying? It's more money, it's more time, more effort. I like the video more than the song, and I don't say that about songs like that. I like the video way better than I like the song. You know what I'm saying? If I just cut the song on and listen to it, type shit, I don't know. But if I'm watching the video, I'm into it. Like, damn. Like, shawty looking fire, all the outfits, T. You know what I'm saying? They like that. Far as like the image, far as what it looked like. But this, like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Like, okay, she's supposed to be dropping the album. She ain't dropped the album since 2018. But somehow, some way, she been relevant as fuck without dropping no music. Shout out to Cardi B for that, man. Shout out to Cardi B for that. Now you ain't, that ain't gonna get you past Nicki. That ain't gonna get you past Nicki by not like dropping music. But what it does do is it just give you something that you can say. Like, you can say, like real shit. Just like off the last 5 years, 6 years, she's just been dropping singles. Just straight singles. Singles and features. Like, I don't know what major rapper can do that. Just drop singles and a little feature here and there. And you relevant as fuck. Like, you one of the top people in the game. And you ain't really dropping music like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's something to say. Only a woman can do that. I don't think a nigga can do that. I really don't think a nigga can do that. And be at that Cardi B level. You know what I'm talking about? But so it's a sample. It's a Jay-Z sample. Imaginary Players. And it originally came in Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z even sampled it. Imaginary Playmates. You know what I'm saying? Imaginary Playmates. Jay-Z sampled that, and he made Imaginary Players, which is one of his classic songs off his classic albums. And I guess this the 2025 female version type shit. Could it have been another song she could have sampled instead of that one? I don't know. But you know, she got the alley oop from Jay. You know, this got Jay written all on it. You know what I'm saying? This got Jay-Z written all on it. This got Rock Nation written all on it. She is a Rock Nation representative. You know what I'm talking about? She was just at the Beyonce Cowboy Carter in Paris and shit, sitting in the stands. You know, all that good shit. You know, so this right on time. So it ain't out of pocket. You know, it ain't just from left field. It all add up. But damn, man, this don't hit like that Cardi shit, bro. This don't hit like that. Like I don't. This ain't Cardi, gang. This song right here was not made to be a big song, a big hit song. This was for something else, gang. To buy a little time, just to throw out there and throw the Jay-Z name on there. Hey, Cardi B, new single. Oh, this Jay-Z sample. Oh, Jay-Z sample. It probably was just for that. I ain't no way this was for a hit, though. I ain't saying the song whack or garbage or nothing, but I don't know. But it just don't hit like it don't hit like that Cardi shit hit, man. You know what I'm saying? We need Cardi to stay on brand. You know what I'm saying? We need Cardi to stay on brand. You know what I'm saying? That's what make her her. You know, that's what make Glorilla Glorilla. That's what make Lotto Lotto. That's what made, you know, Sexy Red stay Sexy Red. You know, they all on brand. So, imaginary players, I don't know, Cardi. But I know this ain't your decision. I know you gotta do what the label say, or you gotta do what they want. They paying for this, they sponsoring that. You know, you signed. You know, so I get it. You know, this wasn't one of them songs that you probably, you know what I'm saying, want to even do. But you know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But I think they could have came with a better single though, straight up. Boosie, boo. Boosie, boo. God damn. It look like he gonna be facing some time. You know what I'm saying? It look like he gonna be facing some time. How much we don't know. You know, I think he get a sentencing. I don't know when the sentencing, but at least right now until he get sentenced. You know, he on the streets. He doing. You know, he fighting the fight on the streets. It's always better that way. Well, the fight over with. You know, it's been. You know, the verdict been. You know, laid. So yeah. You know, he took that plea years ago. Got caught with that gun. He got caught with the gun years ago. Went to court. He beat it. They appealed it. And then I think they got him on the repeal. You know what I'm saying? When they appealed the first verdict, because he beat it, or he got a light sentence, or not a sentence, but like probation, yada yada, whatever, ankle monitor, whatever the fuck. You know, and so the courts appealed that decision. Then boom, they win. Feds pick it up. Now Boosie got a plea. You know, he said himself, man, you know, that's the best decision for him and his family. You know, he tired of fighting. He say he tired of fighting. So shit. Could take it to trial, and then, you know, the trial lasts 2-3 years. You seen how the Young Thug case went. You probably won't go to trial. Let's say he take it to trial, but they don't go to trial until 2026 December. Damn near 2027. That's 2 years you don't waste it. You know what I'm saying? And the trial ain't even started. So it's shit like that he thinking about when he can go and do it now, and them 2 years account. Whether I gotta do it on the street, whether I gotta do it on the ankle monitor, whether I gotta do it on probation, whether I gotta do it fed time. Them 2 years account instead of me just, being out here in the time ticking, type shit. So, from my understanding, that was the thought process. I even watched the interview he did with Vlad, you know what I'm saying? The police guy, you know what I'm saying? Or let's just say like the guy that does police type shit. Let's just say that. And for some reason it's like they fucking with Boosie. It's like they fucking with a lot of niggas with money. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna say this. Lil Boosie had showed Vlad, like they did an episode, or I don't know really what it was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know really what it was. But he showed Vlad like all the land he bought and houses he was building and the progress he was making, telling them, a bunch of his business and stuff, which, I'm sure they got a nice relationship business-wise. But I don't think showing them that personal type of stuff, that's beyond business. Alright, so even though they was filming, or that might have been an episode, which is business, like that, the foundation of that decision is based more personal than business, in my opinion. For him to allow Vlad to do that and bring him in his space, he has a certain level of trust for Vlad, which is personal. You know what I'm saying? So, should he trust Vlad that personal? That's a decision Boosie can make, or only Boosie make. Would you, would my motherfucking neighbor? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Probably not. But we not in the the space that they in. They in a certain space, both of them, and they got a business relationship. So maybe that was just business, but showing him all the houses and all the lands, a lot of land. Boosie got a lot of land. You know what I'm saying? And he building a lot of real estate on that land. You know what I'm saying? So what he say for his family, all his kids and woody woo, which is a motherfucking good thing. But if you was a part of something, if you got certain terms and conditions to abide by, if you are if you playing the game, then that's not a part of the rules. What Boosie did with Vlad. That's not a part of the rules. If you in the game, if you playing the game, if you got certain terms and conditions to abide by, Or damn, what was the first thing I said? I can't remember. Fuck. Oh, if you're a part of something. So, any of those things, yeah, you can't. You can do what the fuck you want to do. God's will type shit. But it just say it's certain consequences. You know what I'm saying, for certain shit. I'll just say that. So, man, we gonna my city fuck with Boosie. I fuck with Boosie. The South fuck with Boosie. You know what I'm talking about? Boosie got love out here. Regardless of what you think of him or his name. And we don't be wanting to see shit like that with Boosie. But it just it come with the lifestyle. I'ma just say that. Now God damn, shit getting real. Shit getting real. Hold on, man. Let me grab my cup. For this. Shit getting real. You know what I'm saying? Black Youngsta. And now, like, the family wasn't feuding, but this the beginning of the family feuding. I ain't seen nobody from CMG really, or that's associated, affiliated, fucking with, down with, whatever. I ain't seen nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? Cut that off. I ain't seen nobody yet come out and switch sides. I ain't seen nobody, none of the artists, none of the people that's from Memphis, none of that, they ain't just came out and addressed shit like that for real. We know about the shootings, cause it's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? That Young Dolph shit. Young Dolph is he in trial right now, or that not him, but rest in peace to the God, Young Dolph. But his trial, they on trial right now. You know what I'm saying? Dolph died like shit. Dolph died 22. Dolph died 22? Yeah. I remember where I was at. So this was 22. And I remember running to my partner that's from Memphis. I was at work. You know what I'm saying? I was at work. I was at this certain job. Not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not there no more. And then it's a nigga from Memphis. So when I heard it, seen it on the phone, I remember going to the whole other side of the building and find this nigga I know from Memphis. Like, ooh. But Dolph died in 22. And they on trial now. It just started. By now I think we know all the usual suspects, or the main suspects. Big Jook, which is he's also dead. Rest in peace to him, Big Jook. I know people that was close to him. He was a main player. Govan was a main player. So the killers, I hear more Big Jook, Govan, Yo Gotti than anything else. Yeah, I hear them three names more than the niggas that actually went in and shot the nigga. But back to Black Youngsta. Shit, man, he done exposed it. He done exposed how he feel. Now, all them other Memphis people, all the other artists on CMG, they could feel like this. But like I said, ain't nobody said shit, showed shit, did shit. But Black Youngsta done came out. He done said, fuck it. He done aired this shit out, man. And Black Youngsta been quiet. Black Youngsta been real quiet. I done seen several videos where people say Black Youngsta, he went cross country. Cause his brother died in this shit. Like I said, like this is a real thing. If you ever had a war in your city, people die. You know what I'm saying? On this side, then this side, then this side, then this side, then somebody else might jump in it, or based off what happened with the other shit, it can go on. It can keep going on for years. So, Black Youngsta, his brother died between this shit. So I heard several people on interviews that's close to CMG or Black Youngsta or Gotti or whatever the case may be, Memphis, neighborhoods where they from, say Black Youngsta cross country. I don't know if that's alleged now, but who knows? But anyway, you can definitely see he on Instagram because he had a tweet. I mean, a story. He posted a story. And the story went viral, finally him airing out how he feel. You know what I'm saying? Just straight like that. He just airing it out, man. Basically said, yo, God ain't leading him right. Misguiding him. Ain't being he a fake big homie, fake CEO, fake this, fake that. Niggas fake this, fake. So, do that expose your Gotti? Do that expose this situation in totality? Young Thug not going to court. I mean, damn, not Young Thug. Black Youngsta not going to court. Yo Gotti not going to court. So what seems to be the problem, for real? You know what I'm saying? It's some internal deep shit going on. I'm sure Black Youngsta worded his words carefully. Or no, I ain't gonna say that. But he probably made sure he didn't say everything. I will say that. Yeah, he didn't say everything. He just said some things. You know what I'm saying? He probably could have said more than that. To be real, he probably could have said way more than that. But he just kept it how he kept it, which was a whole lot, because nobody ain't been saying shit, to be honest. Gotti just came out with the song with Zillionaire. He said he back outside. So it's like, damn. He got the, it's still shoot 'em up, bang, bang. That's what he's saying in the song. It's still on. I'm back outside. I ain't, basically. So, could this be a Black Youngsta Yo Gotti beef? What does that say about the whole situation now that Govan and the killers, they at court? You know what I'm saying? We all know the story about the 100 bands, and each killer was supposed to get 40, and they give 10 to Govan, which which will make 100. That's 20 for him because he set it up. You know, Jook put the hit out. You know, like we all heard all the juicy details to shit. But now it's gonna play out. You know what I'm saying, in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I think some more shit gonna leak. Everybody keeps saying Yo Gotti gonna get a Rico. Willie, I don't know. Could he? I guess possibly. But that's something we all gotta wait and see. Private prisons suing states. Private prisons suing states. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that shit go over your head. Don't let that shit go over your head. Private prisons suing states. Why the fuck would they be suing states? I thought a prison was fucking in bed with the state. I'm in such and such state prison, right? When I went to court, it was such and such against the state. Or if you in the Fed, you know what I'm saying, they'll say the United States. But they gonna send you to a federal prison. They'll send you to a state prison, you know what I'm saying, too. But the state prisons and federal prisons or a private prison, they different things. You know what I'm saying? They different things. Alright, private prisons, they owned by, it's private. You know what I'm saying? Private. You don't know who owns it. You know what I'm saying? It could be a group, a person, a family, a corporation, some form of conglomerate. You know, it could be me, it could be you. You know, but it's private. You know what I'm saying? So, private prisons have contracts with the state. You know what I'm saying? Private prisons have contracts with whatever state they are in. In the state, they agree to whatever terms that private prison have. Now, this private prison might want 100% occupancy, which means at all times my motherfucking jail better be full, or I get to sue you. And it's like, god damn. Like, if motherfuckers ain't doing shit, then motherfuckers shouldn't go to prison. But when your bottom line is to put motherfuckers in the prison, what you think that trickle down to the people that put people in prison? What kind of effect you think they got? What kind of effect you think they got? Look, the private prison, whoever owned that private prison in the state, they get in the room and they agree to a contract. They don't put people in jail. These are people that do business. Right? So they make a contract. Boom. But the people who put people in jail or prisons, what you think they do? Yeah. See, if you listen to me and if you paying attention, you can learn something. You know what I'm saying? a little something. You can learn a lot if you like that. Cause I'm like that. But I can't just give it to you. I got a baby, you know what I'm saying? I got a baby feed you, you know what I'm talking about? So this something right here, you know, that I'm throwing out. You know what I'm saying? Ponder on this shit. Ponder on this shit a little bit, man. Think about the effect. You know, that been the lingo of the day. That been the lingo of the show. Cause and effect. Just like I said, relationships. Why people single. You know, that's the people being single is the effect. But it's a cause. You know what I'm saying? So we know the cause. We got this contract. We got this contract right here. You know what I'm saying? We need such and such percent occupancy at all times. And if we don't get that, you know, we get to sue you. You know what I'm talking about? We get to sue you. So that's the cause. And you know, motherfuckers going to jail, motherfuckers getting harassed, motherfuckers getting wrongfully accused, motherfuckers. Hey, every day, baby, from 8 to 4. This motherfuckers fighting for their life, man. Monday through Friday. 8 to 4. 8 to 5, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers fighting for their life, man. For real shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna read this article real quick. Cause you know I gotta bag up what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? In 2010, a significant legal battle erupted in Arizona, highlighting the controversial practice of prisoner quotas and private prison contracts. Management and Training Corp, a private prison company, sued state of Arizona for failing to provide enough prisoners to meet the contractual quota stipulated in their agreement. The lawsuit centered around the Marina Prison, a 1,400 bed facility operated by MTC. The contract between MTC and Arizona included a provision guaranteeing 97% occupancy. When the state failed to meet this quota, MTC sought $10 million in damages, claiming financial losses due to the shortfall in prisoner numbers. This case brought national attention to the practice of lock-up quotas or occupancy guarantee clauses in private prison contracts. These clauses typically require states to keep prisons filled to a certain capacity, often 90% or higher, or pay for empty beds. Such practices have been identified in numerous contracts across the United States, with a 2013 report finding that 65% of private prison contracts reviewed contained language mentioning prisoner quotas. Top prisons in the United States: Core Civic, formerly Corrections Corporation of America, operates 65 correctional facilities, total capacity of more than 80,000 beds. Let me see. The Geo Group operates 57 facilities, total capacity of 49,000 beds. So y'all just heard me, man. Read the article. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you look at the video, the full video on YouTube, it'll be right on the side of it. But for y'all that watching the live, y'all just heard me read it. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all can't see it. But man, hopefully y'all tune in all the way to this point. I appreciate everybody watching, man. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody watching. You know what I'm saying? Show Speaks 68. Show Speaks 68, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. You know what I'm saying? That way you get it as soon as I give it. You don't want to miss none of this dope content. And I appreciate y'all for watching, man. We out.